Yes. Yes, 2 times. I know the vibes though. She like, ooh la la. They go, ooh la la. She like, ooh la la. They go, ooh la la. On a Saturday, raining like a motherfucker outside. You stay in the house tonight. Ooh la la. Looking for M's like I lost a friend. Hop up out the bed like where's the bread? What it do, people? You're now tuned in. Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling back up in here one more again. So if it's your first time, then the question is, y'all know where you been. Over here on this side, we deal with sports, hip hop, entertainment, interviews sometimes. People don't be acting flaky. Popovisms 101, and of course, motivation. So before you jump off the page and diddy to the left, before you usher to the side, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, smash that notification bell. So when I upload the videos, you get alerted. You get alerted when I upload the videos, and if it's not your first time and you've been rocking with the channel, good looking. But you know how I do. You know how I start the show. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. Cuzzo, what up, though? How you doing, cuz? Love is love. Appreciate you for checking in, tuning in. But we in the end game because it's like, yo, Lee, where you been? Now, I told y'all, we don't get paid off YouTube. We ain't in the books, spinning in the clip, getting to the, the monetization and all that. We just be doing what we do. In fact, we just came back from Jamaica. Jamaica. First time out there. Went out there, had a blast, turned up crazy, celebrating my cousin's birthday. Then come to find out, her, my other cousin, they got the same birthday. Both was out there. Great minds think alike, or similar signs think alike, maybe kind of, sort of. And we was out there having a good time. I put up a couple of videos, but not too much though. You know what I mean? In fact, sometimes on social media, I'd be like blacking out, disappearing. I ain't really want to expose or, like say who's lying or who's not lying. But sometimes on the timeline, you know what I mean, where people like lying, it's a Lil Wayne reference. When you see, the people the people you grew up with, the people you interact with, when you see some of the stuff that they post, again, it's not for you to run tell that on some all Lawrence shit and you exposing people, but more or less it's really just like I got it. Rich, what up, though? You know what I mean? Yeah, kid, that feeling. What's up, Cakes? How you doing? It's really not your job to expose, more so to, in my opinion, sit back, wait a minute, think about it, observe, and just move accordingly for whoever be on your timeline. But again, Jamaica was crazy, shit crazy. First time, I know I'll be late with a lot of shit as far as traveling, going to different places, but at least the passport on pivot. Like, you know what I mean? We gonna get there whether we late or not. We didn't do the zip line shit. I probably wouldn't have done that anyway. But we do the ATVs. We do the motherfucking jet skis. I did the little roll your boat. You know what I mean? When you eating a little sugar cane, sipping, sipping a little something, smoking a little something, and just having a good time. Kids had a good time. My cousins and them had a good time. First time out the country with family. Like, you never know how that's gonna go. Y'all can leave it in the comments. Like, it's one thing to play spades, play Uno in the Bronx, in Brooklyn, come to Thanksgiving for those that celebrate. If you follow Popovich TV, then I don't celebrate none of those holidays, right? It's one thing to do that, but then travel out the country, got to get on a plane, got to flex your passport, go in a hotel or a resort, put up money to, do shit, go clubbing and stuff like that. And I actually had way more fun than I thought I was gonna have. Had to throw a little apology in the group chat, like, yo, you know, if I offended anyone or, you know, I ruffled any feathers, then apologize. Sometimes a nigga could be on one and a little lit. And so you never know how people gonna take it. But Jamaica, 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 Jamaica. Had a great time out there. Definitely want to go back. But like most places, whether outside the country, whether in the country, and you in the United States, and this is America, don't catch you slipping. Police be tripping. You see the poor people after we came off the you know, you see people that's less fortunate than you. Obviously, if you are one of the ones that's blessed to travel and, you know, see different hotel setups and all that, different resorts, put your feet in some sand and all that, white, black, pink sand, wherever you may travel to, then you blessed. And you should count your blessings. You should be appreciative. Because some people, they never travel. In fact, the driver, Omar, you know what I mean, put this up on YouTube and shit. Let me see real quick. He never traveled outside of his country. He's born and raised in Jamaica. My guy Manny, Fly Manny, seen my guy on 125th when I was coming out the gym and shit. Love is love, my brother. You already know the vibes. Let me see if I can find this shit real quick. Oh yeah, pretty much. You know what I mean? He was out there in Jamaica, Jamaica. Wow. So the guy Omar, you know what I mean? He was the driver and shit. You know I mean?
Jamaica, Jamaica.
He never been out the country. He never been out his own country. And you know, if you one of the ones to be, you know, fortunate enough, blessed enough to travel, then, you know, appreciate that and continue to see, you know, the world, because you know, God's earth is spacious. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times in our mind, how we view things, perception is reality, reality is perception sometimes, etc. You know, wherever you may be from, Houston, you know what I mean? Houston, Atlanta, Vegas and all that, you know what I mean? You from Atlanta, Georgia, wherever you at, Detroit, you know what I mean? Memphis, you know what I mean? You throwing D's on that bitch. You'd be surprised how many people don't travel. And for somebody that was, you know, locked up, y'all know on the channel, I'm not an angel, did some time upstate. When I came home, to be able to get out comfort zone and go to another location, it helps. You know what I mean? It broadens the mind, it broadens the horizons. You get to see, you know, how other, you know, people live, etc. But anyway, while out there, you know, they got KFC, they got McDonald's and all that shit. But allegedly, maybe kind of sort of, according, you know, popular opinion, KFC is one of the best out there. Like, the line was so fucking long, like huge, like long waiting lines. Like, oh nah, you want some chicken? You gonna learn today? You gonna learn like 2 hours today? You might be waiting 2.5 hours, an hour and 45 minutes to get some KFC. Now we didn't do that. We blew by there a few times. We was in Montego Bay. That's where, you know, a lot of people go. Obviously, that's the, you know, the tourist attraction. Obviously, niggas ain't running up on Kingston, you know what I mean? And ashes to ashes, who want to bang with us? You know what I mean? You let your fucking brains hang. And that's a motherfucking Shine reference. Yeah! Dibbity dibbity bobbity bibbity bobbity bing! Shibbity whoa! Like, you know what I mean? We ain't do all that, but the driver was telling us, like, yo, out here, you know what I mean? And then even Kiss, y'all know my lady and shit, she been out there. She was telling me, I was laughing, not really taking that shit serious, till we pulled up on the block and all them cars was out there, the line was long as a motherfucker. I just was like, damn it, man, okay. But anyway, while we was doing the water rafting shit, you know, like I said, you blow a little hookah, smoke a little bit, sip a little, you know what I mean? White Russian, you know what I mean? You know, we brought a couple of bottles of Henny back, you know what I mean? Even though they sell that shit in the liquor store now, $100. I'm gonna let these go for $90. Hit me up, pop if it's on the bat line. When we came back, you know, they had stopped at Bird Dog. And it's another chicken place. I guess it's like how a game was like, you know what I mean, let me put you on a game, show you where the Bloods at, where the Crips at, where they flip crack and where they pitch at. Let me put you on the game. On his second album, you know, he was like, you know, a Devil's Advocate. He was like, you know, people in the hood. The producer on that album was like the poor man's Dr. Dre. So they would go to the, you know what I mean, the poor man's Dr. Dre. And, you know, that's who put his second album together. And the second album was kind of fire. Anyway, Bird Dog is like the, you know, the stepson, you know, you under us. And that's you. Don Coleon, you under us, Bird Dog. And the chicken was phenomenal. Like, we didn't get to stop. We was out doing the water rafting and shit. My cousin Jennifer, she had got some chicken and shit and some potato wedges. And maybe I was hungry, which I was hungry, you know what I mean? But it was slamming. It was so good. You know, sometimes like KFC over here or these little Texas, these little chicken Kennedy fried places. You know, you gotta pat the chicken on some bitches with the weave and shit, and it should be itching and scratching and stinky, and that's disgusting. And that's you, ladies. I'm being funny, but I'm not. You gotta pat it down with the Bounty or, you know, the napkin and shit to get the grease off it. This chicken was, excuse me, magnificent. Like, ma. This shit was slamming. Like, willing to really go back to Jamaica for that. And with that being said, fresh off Jamaica trip, like I said, definitely want to go back. And if you've never been like me and it's your first time, definitely go to Jamaica and see what it's hitting for. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Ramadan is upon us now. You know what I mean? Ramadan probably started on Monday, definitely Tuesday. Today was the 28th day of Shaban, the month before Ramadan. And so, you know, shout outs to everybody that will be participating in the month of Ramadan, a blessed month that it is. I've been fasting for years now. Like, I've been fasting for almost like 30 years, 29 years, 27 years. First fast was in 1994, 1995, that winter. And my brother was actually like, yo, how was Ramadan now? I'm like, well, Ramadan, a lot of people may not know, so let me enlighten you. Ramadan, the month, you know, the Islamic calendar, the way it's set up, you know, just like how the lunar calendar, for, you know, or the Georgian calendar for over here in America, and this is America, don't catch you slipping, police be tripping, you know, they got the February 29 days and leap year and all the shit, clock go back and stuff like that. Well, you know, Ramadan, the month itself, it goes or it starts 11 days prior than the last year. So Monday is what? Let me check real quick. Monday is the 11th. So for instance, last year, you know, Ramadan would have probably had started on, you know, March 19th, and then keep going back. Then the next year it'll be on March 1st. Then the next year it'll be on February 22nd, etc. Like, keeps going. That's why Ramadan is in December, then it's in the summertime, then it's in the springtime, and you hear, you know, brothers and sisters saying, you know, which months is a little more easier to fast, because obviously the summer months is hot. People is drinking a lot of fluids, women is out, a lot of no clothes on, you know, and the summertime the days are longer because it's the summer months. Whereas to Ramadan in the winter, the sun goes down a little earlier, so it's less hours of the burn of the, you know, and which Ramadan actually means is the burn. And so, you know, what also a lot of people don't know, besides the 10 to 11 days go back, is, you know, Ramadan is a month of self-restraint, obviously giving, you know, helping people that's less than you, counting your blessings, being appreciative, being grateful. And just like with New Year's in 10, 9, 8, 10, Happy New Year. It's like, whoa, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Fab and the French Montana. You never know when you're gonna be out of here. Your record deal, video out of here. Mercedes Benz and Range Rover and all that shit out of here. And so when, you know, when the month of Ramadan come around, you be excited, you be happy, you be, you know, appreciative that you made it to another Ramadan. But with that being said, had to go a little food shopping. You know, I'm right here in Harlem, stand up, BX, stand up. You know what I mean? Birthplace of hip hop and all that. And me and Gray was out there. We was going on BJ, getting some dates, getting some fruits and shit. Gonna be doing my little juice. In fact, this Monday that just passed, been on the real, changing up my diet type shit. Getting it in preparation for the fast. A lot more juices, a lot more salads and more earthly live food as opposed to dead meats and all that. I've been stopping with with like a lot of dairy. But anyway, at BJ's, you know what I mean, right here in the BX at the fucking Bronx terminal, and yeah, nothing for nothing. It was like crazy shit, crazy, right? Like so. Go shopping. I do the shopping. I mean, like I go to BJ's and get shit. I go to the supermarket a lot of times. I get the shit that I want, and I do the shit when I feel like it. As far as cooking, right? Go to BJ's, spend a couple $100, get the shit we need for Ramadan. When you coming out of BJ's, right? A lot of immigrants, a lot of but you black. Unless you downstairs at Home Depot, and then it's a lot of, Mexicanos and, a lot of people of the, the Latino and that type of El Salvador type shit, right? This is the first time I went to BJ's, came out with my car, a lot of people like, yo, you need a taxi? Woo, woo, I got you. I'd be like, nah, I drove over here, woo, good. I'm good, you know what I mean? So I got some kiwi, like I said, I'm on my little diet shit right now. Kiwis fell, it didn't bust open. So, some African brother, he look African, I don't know, we're part from African, even if he was African, right? Because he really didn't speak. Picked up the kiwi and shit, put it back on my cart. Now, like I said, I was with me, my nigga Gray with me, we both shopping to get ready for Ramadan. Get a little snacks and shit that we want. Boom. He like, yo, let me help you. You know what I mean? He picked up the kiwi, put it on. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I thought he was a taxi. I thought he was like, yo, I'm a taxi. So I'm like, nah, I'm good. Then another sister and another dude, they looked like they had the security shit on. So I don't know if they were security or not. Gray was like, nah, I don't think they worked there. But I'm like, nah. They had the security shit on. They had to work there. Or they were standing by the security booth. And anybody that's been to the Bronx terminal on 149th or 145th, how you view it, and this shit happened, and I'm about to explain to y'all happened to you, drop it in the comments. So I'm like, I'm good. I don't need no help. Thank you for picking up the kiwis. So I'm going to the car and shit. We took a great car. And I don't even see him. He went out before me. So the guy that put the shit back on my cart, it's a female, like I said, with like a security jacket on, the yellow stripe, another dude. Then all of a sudden, another dude, and I really wasn't paying attention to it. It's the first time this really happened. And again, I ain't really looking like they was trying to pressure us or, get money from us, even though it could have been taken as that, and I'll stop, making a short story long. Pull up to the car, they still with me, like 4 of them, right? So I'm like, yo, I'm good. I'm thinking they like, yo, we need a taxi. I'm like, I don't need no taxi. Get to the car, open up the trunk. I'm trying to push it in the car. They just standing around looking like surrounding us almost. Because now Gray come, and it's like 3 people with him. And I guess he was telling the lady like, yo, we good. We don't need no help. And I'm saying, damn, like, niggas just standing around. I ended up giving the dude $5 that put the kiwi on the cart. So we call somebody else that frequent BJ's, and there's a female. She's like, yeah, when I go over there with the kids, etc., it be a little shaky, a little nervous, a little shaky, a little nervous, because the immigrants or whoever be standing over there, they come around your cart and all, and they standing like they helping you, or they want to help you. They not speaking no English, me speaking no English, but you black. Because I was like, yo, we good. Gray was like, yo, we good. They didn't move. On some real, like, fake, and again, I didn't really realize that he was explaining to me. He like, yo, because he was kind of upset. He like, yo, the niggas trying to, I'm like, a word? I didn't really get that feeling, but now as I play it back, I said, yeah, they did have us, like, surrounded. Then we called the sister. She was like, when you go over there, she do feel a little uncomfortable. Because the way they stand around you, they not speaking English. Me speaking no English, they not, taking heed to you saying you good. Like, I'm good. Like Kanye T-Pain. I'm good. I don't need your assistance. I don't need your help. I can load this shit into the cart by myself. If you want the cart, that's another thing when you go to BJ's. It don't be no cart. So sometimes you may have to follow somebody outside the supermarket, if you will, to get the cart while they unloading this shit. But it was very very eyebrow raising, if you will. And I'm saying, damn, was they really trying to, and then say they was on that type of time. There's no cameras, there's 7, 8 of them Africans or whoever they was, Somali, whoever you are, right? Over there doing what you do, and that's you. And you're gonna come out in your own way. People are telling you they don't need you to help them load their cart up. They don't need you to help them move their items. What are you still doing it for? Why are you still standing around on some real firm shit? And they don't know who me and Grady. I be like, nah, they're not keeping it. Yeah, I know we've been up top a few times and we ain't no angels. They don't know who they dealing with. And they don't give a fuck. Seems like. Like you don't know if they carrying and they got a weapon, a knife, 16. You don't know what the fuck they got. They just standing around, allegedly, maybe kind of, sort of, trying to help you put your items into your car. You know what I mean? Your trunk is open, privacy of your car, all real type of wild shit. So, I'm only bringing that up to say, if you are traveling to BJ's or you going to Home Depot, because she was like downstairs where the Mexicans and all the other people be at, the El Salvadorians, and I'm being funny, but I'm not. Yeah, I know they letting them over here. I don't know why they doing what they do, and it's politics as usual. But she was like downstairs is even worse. And I'm saying, damn, you coming from another country. You don't know who's who in the Bronx. You don't know who's part of that set and what sets you claiming. You don't give a fuck. Like you over here really trying to get it out the mud. And I said, damn, just be careful because you just never know. Speaking of the Bronx, right? We had a guy named Sheldon Johnson, 48-year-old guy, did some time, got a criminal past, ex-convict, right? Inmate convict, and and you locked up. Allegedly, kind of, sort of, Tony, there was no other way. Changed his life around. Had a dispute with a guy named Colin Small, 44 years old. Came inside his crib, let him in his crib. Neighbors heard gunshots, deleted him, possibly, maybe, kind of, sort of. Chopped the nigga body up. Put it in the refrigerator on some Jeffrey Dahmer type shit. You know what I mean? Charles Manson type shit. Son of Sam type. This shit is wow. Yeah, I would be. Yeah, I would be, my guy. My guy just said if he put his numbers up. Or you could DM me the numbers too. I'm not sure who you want your number to go to. Who you trying to get a number to, my guy? You know what I mean? Shouts to everybody on the check-in pop of his TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling back up in here, 23 minutes, and it's been a little minute. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. So when I seen this story out of the Bronx, Sheldon Johnson, a prison advocating for the youth, and giving a voice to those who may have took the wrong path, may have made a mistake, may have did some shit, paid the price for it. Now you back in society. We need people like that. I told y'all, my brother Goody on the back end, on the bat line, 18 years, innocence, got clemency. It's wild, people. Y'all would be surprised of the people who's actually innocent, that's locked in the belly of the beast, dealing with some of the same, right, that would be, dealing with the same shit the people that's guilty is dealing with. Same racist police, same motherfucking, caseworker, counselor, motherfucker that don't give a fuck about you. You dealing with the same circumstances. But I'm just pointing that out to say we know that it's people that's innocent that's locked up, right? With that being said, brother Sheldon Johnson, advocate, I guess allegedly was locked up with this dude, John Colin Smalls, in Sing Sing, like the King of New York. Y'all know I ain't an angel. I came home from Sing Sing 2004. Like, you know what I mean? What's happening? Like, you know what I mean? Tell me what's really going on. Like, fresh out, just like the King of New York. And, whatever happened there or didn't happen, because that's what the story they running with. They're like, he came into his crib, neighbors heard gunshots, pop, pop, like, you know what I mean? Pop goes the weasel, you know what I mean? And you're going to get your snot box rocks, you know what I mean? Poppy killed him, chopped his body up, put his torso in the refrigerator, and then you go about your life. You go on a podcasts and you say, yo, I'm for the youth. I'm for this, I'm for that. And I'm saying, damn, my nigga, how you kill somebody, unlive him, then go on the podcast and say you changed your whole life around. And, you know, when the story came out, I won't spend too much time on it. You never know who you living next to. You never know what people are going through. And then the last thing, right? Because when you was a kid and you're not a kid anymore, back in the days, our parents had their friends was able to say things to us, was able to check us before we got home, was able to get on the bat line, call your parents, talk to your parents, and when you came home from school, you was getting the skin whipped off your ass. I'm only pointing that out and say, because when I first seen the story, I thought it can. Remember when he was on 60 Minutes or whatever I think it was 60 Minutes. Miss Sheik, what's the word? You know what I mean? I think it was 60 Minutes. And the guy was asking him, like, so what if it's a serial killer, you know what I mean, next door to you? And obviously he was, you know, Cam that is, obviously, shout outs to Cam, shout outs to Mason Betta. But this is what it is podcast. You know what I mean? And he was like, I ain't gonna say nothing. And the guy was like, even if it's a serial killer and even if it's a living next door to you, because he was holding on to the street code and, you know, we don't tell the police and we don't rat people out, etc. And I'm saying, damn, what if you was next to this dude? Sheldon, you know what I mean? Like Sheldon Johnson. And he just turned off the motherfucking, you know what I mean, the landlord. He just turned off the, you know, just the building manager or whoever, your neighbor. Just because maybe the music was loud. Maybe they had a beef over some Jack Mack in a Straight Stunt magazine. I really don't know, but I know I've been to Sing Sing a few times. And I'm saying, damn, nigga just really ended his whole chapter and situation because of a prior beef on some locked up shit. And you locked up and they won't let you out. Be mindful, folks. Women and, you know, obviously mostly men. Because, you know, when we have altercations with other men, chances are it could be a physical altercation, so you on your P's and Q's and you're not overly trying to be aggressive and disrespectful or underestimating who you talking to, because you know some shit easily could pop off. Whereas a woman is just yakety yakking, and we built the modern world and they got police, firemen, mechanics, and they got everything. Like anything is called out, you good if they get there in time. So we don't really operate like them. Be mindful, because you never know, you know what I mean? Nigga may just be on some advocacy shit and then some shit happen and you live in the same building with them and then they turn your lights out and, you know, now you're done. Crazy shit, crazy. Let's talk about this shit though, right? Let's talk about, speaking of Mason Betta. Mace was speaking about, you know, like I said, what it is what it is podcast with Cam. And they was talking about Giselle Brunson, Tom Brady ex-wife, mother of his kids. How she allegedly maybe kind of, and I did a show on this, so you can go see the other video. And we was just basically saying, like, when you put the beat on, you will be shocked and amazed. No, on the contrary, when you put the beat on, I'm not shocked and I'm not amazed that maybe, you know, she was fucking with the personal trainer, getting her guts dug out, decimated and destroyed, you know what I mean, kill zone, while Tom Brady was, you know, obviously trying to be the best around, and nothing's ever gonna, like, winning 7, you know what I mean, championships, etc. Yeah, you already know that, you know what I'm saying? Things do happen. So you know who he is then. I didn't know he was from, you know, Foster Projects, and I don't really know what happened. I just know that the narrative that they, you know, trying to spin now, I'm just thinking, damn, like, I know what that yakisobe, chili con corn, and I don't care is like. Urena, what up, though? Raw, what up? You know what I mean? Like, I know what that's like. And I'm not really rushing back for that. Like, that's not me. I'm not really rushing to throw my freedom away, my liberties to go in the refrigerator and get that swallow of orange juice, even though it's a swallow, right? Like, drink it then, bitch. As opposed to being locked up and they giving you that little four ounce, you know what I mean, orange juice, and you drinking that 2% milk and you double bunking and all that. That's not the wave. That's not the wave, right? I don't know what happened with homie, but it is what it is. But anyway, Mason Betta, he was speaking on Giselle and Tom Brady and how maybe allegedly kind of sort of she was fucking the person who trained the black belt nigga. You know what I mean? Wax on, wax off, Danielson. And when am I gonna learn how to fight? You know what I mean? Like, you learning to fight so you don't gotta fight. We said this might be true. We said if it was true when it came out, that we wouldn't be shocked and amazed. But take it from a nigga like Mace, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, tell me what you want from me. Take a look at what you like. We know he got all the bitches at one point in time. And I was locked up when Mace had his run. 96, 97, 98, we was in Comstock, and we went to Elmira. You know what I mean? Like, we done been around, unfortunately, on the bad side. But we see Mace and everybody. Oh, okay, all right. We see it. We see everybody, you know what I mean? Mason Betta, and I'm Chairman Chow, like, and we gonna rise to the top. Also, Lil Wayne saying, yo, like, these hoes ain't loyal. So pretty much he just put his little spin on it, like, yo, and she was fucking the trainer, which possibly she could have been. He wasn't shocked. He wasn't amazed. He know how these joints is giving it up. When you when you in popular demand, and you high value, you got a couple dollars, you got some shit going for you, and these women is led astray. Olivia whispers, you know what I mean? Olivia, like, you led astray. He was just telling the men, be careful and try to vet as vigorous and as tedious as you possibly can, and even that doesn't guarantee anything. And like Thanos, you get nothing but dust and blood. You get nothing but taken to the cleaners. The kids is gone. Used as a weapon. Your pension is gone. You got to bow down to the court system. You get nothing for getting on your knee, bending knee, saying I do, and I do. Not hate you, but I do. And your whole life is turned upside down for a wife that woke up on some, I'm not happy. Like, I'm not happy. Ladies, some of the times that's y'all. He was just letting brothers know it is what it is. And obviously, again, Mason Betta with the dimples, especially back in Tell Me What You Want From Me days, I'm sure he had a lot of joints that he was knocking down, banging, etc. So who's more qualified to speak on, women, some of women's nature, and, for what you to anticipate might be coming down the pipeline. Don't be naive. Don't be a fool. Like, it can't happen to you. You know what I mean? Like, your wife, your girl would never. You grabbing your pearls. Like, nah, they really got a whole elaborate system. They got a whole elaborate, support system where they making it look good. Yet behind, closed doors, like O'Shea, booty clapping sounds, they getting their back dug out on you. You know what I mean? Like, sexing me while your man masturbates. Isn't it great? My flight leaves at 8. My flight, like, my game just rewind. And we know what today is. Rest in peace, Big. I'm not only your client, I'm the player's president. Right, like, some, Like, some say sex, spectacular. Let me lick you from your, and rest in peace, Big. 1997. We was in Comstock, Right after Pac died, 96, November or September, then Big followed. Best rapper dead or alive, top 5. Not in my book. Y'all know if y'all follow me. I don't got Big as top 5 no more. Because of the death, the 2 albums, and not really a lot of body of work, even though he's immaculate at what he does, he's exceptional. Still not top 5 in this era. You're going to get pushed back. Top 15, top 20, because, that's just the way it goes. I hope they remember you. A lot of other rappers stood the test of time with the product they put out, with the work they put out, with the body of music that they displayed, and how their careers evolved. Even though some may say, "Oh, if Big was around," and I will say that Big was around. You know what I mean? The more money we come across, the more problems we see. If Big was around, it probably would have been different for Jay. You know what I mean? For Nas. You know what I mean? And who's the best MCs? Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas. In that era, Jadakiss, top 5, Dead or Alive, and that's just off one LP. Whoever you want to put in there. You know what I mean? The Rakims, the KRS Ones of the world, the Coogee Raps and shit like that. Scarfaces. It's a plethora of MCs you can put in that top. Rick Ross, you know what I mean? Styles P. It's a lot. Rakim, if I didn't say him. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, today is the anniversary, obviously 27 years ago, Big died. But back to the Make shit, because that was just a side note. This is my show. Pop If It's TV, we live, we rolling, we unscripted. Hit the subscribe button. Bitches ain't shit, niggas ain't shit, and get money. Don't be shocked and amazed when you see a Giselle Brunson cheating on the Tom Brady, and any given Sunday you'll win the Super Bowl but drive off in the Hyundai. Listen, man, Lil Wayne told us these girls ain't loyal, and so did Chris Brown. And you really can't even be mad. Like, you know what I'm saying? At this particular juncture, they're really telling you like, yo, it's survival of the fittest, and it's about self-preservation and survival. So, even though we're not living in, Conan the Barbarian type of times, and we really got to get with a clique or a group of people to survive, otherwise you're going to be taken over, they're going to take your property, and shit like that, and make you a slave. It's not that point, like the young lady told Kevin Samuels, rest in peace, the Godfather, when she was like, we don't need men no more. And he was like, exactly, that's my whole point. Clip it, chop it, spin this shit on the internet. The young sister, good looking sister, young sister, she like, well, we don't need men anymore. You know what I mean? And so it's not that type of vibe, but you really can't be mad at a woman for doing that. You know what I mean? Like, fellas, pay attention, try to vet properly, cut your losses if you have to, if it's a bad situation for you, if it's not serving you, if you're a good person like Corey Hardrick, obviously I guess it's Woman Month, you know what I mean? Shout outs to all the powerful women out there doing their thing. Shout outs to all the women in position, making bloody moves, and you get into the bag, etc. Shout outs to all the women that's doing big, major things, like, you know what I mean? And shout outs to all the scumbag bitches, the low level bitches, like Slick Rick said, now come along. We have a party to attend with some real mature women and some more of our friends. He held out a cab and he waited for a minute. Like, those women, they help us distinguish who's who. So shout outs to the women that's doing big things in Women's Month. And shout out to the bum whack bitches that's doing low life, low vibration shit, so that it helps us distinguish. And like, like J. Cole said, shout outs to to the real ones who know, like, she don't want to be saved. We could distinguish who's who. That helps us, believe it or not. Like, don't be offended, ladies, gentlemen, and lowlifes, because the bum whack bitches, they help us distinguish who's who. And I'm being funny, but I'm not. Anyway, in this Women's Month, he pretty much was just telling us, choose wisely, and that's for ladies too. You choose the wrong man, your whole setup could be fucked up for a long time. But we off that though. Let's get on some, speaking of women and low vibrations and shit. Let's talk about. I got a lot of time today. Let's be clear, fresh off Jamaica. Like I said, we rocking out. Ramadan is coming, so we just appreciative that we still hanging around. Drea, we did the show on this when allegedly, maybe kind of, sort of, she was supposed to be impregnated by Jalen Green, Houston Rockets. And Houston, we have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. Come to find out, she confirmed, and you can run from it, you can dread it. Destiny arrives all the same, or should I say, right. So we seen her with the white zaddy, we seen her, in the video, and whatnot, with the white motherfucker. Come to find out, that's not who's the baby father, and you are not the father. And the lie detector determines that was a lie. And she's well seasoned. She's well equipped. She's well aware of what's going on in the climate. Like I said, she came out, posted on her Instagram, and do it for the gram. Do it for the gram. Oh, like do it for the gram. And we had Houston yesterday as a one pick. You know what I mean? Houston Rockets over the Portland Trail Blazers. Yeah, kid, that feeling. We also had the Clippers today, one pick over. And who the Clippers played? Who the fuck the Clippers played? Side note, this is my show. Side note, this is my show. Oh, Clippers play Chicago. So we had the Clippers. Anyway, he told us what we need to look out for, what we need to, et cetera, et cetera. And now, Jalen Green is, you looking like Boo Boo the Fool. You looking like, a little shaky, a little nervous, a little shaky, a little nervous. Only in the sense that we see the Anton Walkers. We see the P.J. Washingtons. He's most recent. We see the Zion Williamsons when, you link up with the porn star, your favorite, Instagram model, your favorite, BET hip-hop celebrity. You had a crush on her. You was crushing on her. And I know you see me on the video. I know you heard me on the radio. But you still don't pay me no attention. Listening to what she's a hoe, she's a freak. Got a different every day of the week. It's cool, not trying to push. Gotta let you know that I got a crush on you. And we see that maybe Jalen Green, maybe he had a crush on, Drea, Michelle, etc. So, she came out, said she prego. And a lot of people are roasting her, wrecking her. Some women is commending her. And, you know what I mean? You get the award. You get the, the best around award for being able to wheel them in and bring them in. And I don't really have no groundbreaking, commentary on this. My stance is the same that it's been. Young brothers, young women, also. Even though it's really more for young men, because men are really not looking for women for what they bring to the table as far as financially. I think they want a little more tangible things, more traditional, at least so they say in these red pill and these, these manosphere content podcasters and spaces, right? With that being said, if you a guy and you make it to be the best around and nothing's ever gone, like you making it to be the best in your field, or at least you compete at a high level in your field when it's only a certain amount of you that do what you do, then you got to be mindful of women trying to trap you, trying to, railroad you and pull a fast one over you, like Malcolm X said. Plymouth Rock we didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock land on us. So you have to be fully mindful and fully aware that possibly, maybe, kind of, sort of, could be somebody out there trying to scam you, trying to scheme you, trying to, get over on you in the camera and the limelight to get a come up off your hard work and your ability and your talents. You have to be mindful of that. If you're not, then you could be taken advantage of, like Dre and Michelle is taking advantage of Jalen Green. And he's no victim. Like, you're a victim. Super hot fire. You're a victim. No, you know what I mean? Like, you're not a victim. You're a willing participant because you knew what it was hitting for and you knew what it was. Yet you still chose to clap them cheeks, hit it from the back, booty clapping sounds, and get her pregnant. And now she got you. in 18 years. 18 years, she got one of your kids got you for 18 years. You will see him on TV any given Sunday, win the Super Bowl and drive off in a Hyundai. Right. She was supposed to go and get with your money. She went to the doctor and got a lipo with your money. She walking around town looking like Michael with your money. Should have got that insured Geico for your money. And if you ain't no punk, holla, we want prenup. We want prenup, yeah. That's something that you need to have. Because if she leave you, nigga, she going leave with half. I mean, listen, this is Kanye West. This is not me, even though those bars is fire. Like, she giving money. Like, I ain't saying she a gold digger. But I mean, like, come on, fellas. Don't get jammed up. Don't get the memes spinning about you, spinning in the clip how you was an extra bozo, how you was a clown boy and you got used and took to the bank because some chick with a nice smile and a fat ass got you. Those are the hardcore facts. That's the truth. That's the reality. Although most times perception is reality, that's the hardcore truth. You walking around and you're playing yourself because you already worked your ass off to get where you got. To get with some Instagram influencer, some social media, networker or whatever to book you for your bread? Bro, is you serious? Like, what are we really doing? And I get it. They called you ugly, like Nas said. You know what I mean? Like, you wasn't that guy, and you wasn't the gallus, and the city is your palace, nigga. You was a regular guy. They didn't really like you. They called you ugly, and now that you got a couple of dollars, back then they didn't want you, now you hot. They all want you. Mike Jones, right. Mike Jones, nigga. She would have never, like how the nigga said, you should have never came back. You know what I mean? On that motherfucking Rocky skit with Bubba James or whatever he was, Mr. T. You should have never came back. Bro, you should have never relinquished your power and you that guy for a chick that's trying to book you and they don't really like you for who you really are. They just like you for what you can provide. And that's why you see a lot of skits. You see a lot of cheesecake. You see a lot of these pop the balloon, and that's the bottom line, and you moving on, right? Like she ain't going to have. That's a red flag. Shout out to my nigga Gray. You know what I mean? That's a red flag, my guy. And I'm being funny, but I'm not. Because I'm not really shocked and amazed. I did a video on this. Fellas and ladies, you just got to be mindful of, who you impregnating, who you giving your seed to, who you trying to really live life pro parenting with. They might not have the same values and the same shit. The chair keep going down as you. And you standing there looking around, want to name your son Hakeem, Bishmillah, whatever, but they want to name him some Jenny Jones, some Bubba Sparks type shit. You looking like, nah, I don't want to name my son that, my firstborn. Be mindful, fellas. But speaking of, Drea, the floopity shit that goes on, it's all for sale. And, like I said, I'm late with a lot of topics because we ain't been on YouTube in a little while, Instagram and none of that shit. Last time I posted up, in fact, was Tuesday, Transformation Tuesday. That means what you working on, how you working it, and is it working for you? I be falling back from that shit. I ain't really, got a lot of time with that. But with that being said, you had Diddy spinning in the clip. A lot of people are still bringing lawsuits, accusations, and shit like that to him. But a little recently, a male, a guy, a dude, he brought a lawsuit. He had Meek Mills mentioned in there. He had Usher mentioned in there. You got Gene Deal speaking about Usher. A little mad, if I might add, like at Usher for covering up, if you will, treading lightly, if you will, for Diddy. Like, this guy, fake kind of groomed you. You don't see no, you know, need or umph to expose and, you know, sacrifice on the altar as a lot of people are coming out saying their truths and speaking their mind about Diddy, etc. So this shit is real. I won't say fascinating. Keish, what up? I won't say it's fascinating because I did see on what's the guy named OG Shabazz. He like, why everybody's worrying about people's sexuality and all this and all that. It's like, listen, brother, talking to Shabazz. If these celebrities, these public eye figures, these people that make music, that entertain us, etc., if they want to put their lifestyle out there and challenge Bill Cosby, the Cosby Show, challenge, and they want to put their shit out there for us to dissect, to see, who's who and what it's hitting for, then you can't be mad at them for doing that. They have every right to do that. And we, as the public, especially if you got a podcast and you on these social media streets and you run across these YouTube platforms like me, and they should have never, like, yo, I'm here now, and they should have never. You can't be mad at the podcasters and the bloggers and the YouTubers. Listen, these people are, putting their life out there for public consumption. They putting their situations out there for you to dissect it and view it how you view it. That's how I view it. And you're going to come out in your own way. But with that being said, Diddy got a lot of lawsuits. Usher was mentioning it. Meek Mills, he went on a whole Twitter finger, expedition, if you will, about how he have, sex with girls on their period, they menstrual, and he loved joints and, women this and women that, and you can get with this or you can get with that. You can get with this because this is where it's at. And a lot of people ain't really buying it, and I'll just come out and say, do I think Meek Mills is gay or bi, or he, participated in some crazy acts? I'm going to say no. But if it comes out later on in these fucking YouTube streets and these social media platforms, and y'all know right on the channel, when you put the beat on, I won't be shocked and amazed if it comes out that, yeah, that's true. And that's you, fellas, ladies, gentlemen, and lowlife. If it comes out that it's hitting for that, will I be surprised? No. Will I be shocked and amazed when you put the beat on? No. And this is why. The bunny hopping, the certain little, the punch in the bag, when he was punching the bag, on some challenge, we think you could fight. You from the streets of Philly, the guy, his man, one of his right-hand mans coming out like, he spit on Nicki Minaj, and just the track record. And this is what I'll say, why I often quote Big, and today is the day that he was assassinated, he was murdered. And it's like, live from Bedford-Stuyvesant, the livest one, and you're saying, what people do to cover up or, how people portray certain things, but that's not really them. And they say, I used to read it in the Word Up magazine, like Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine. Mike, what up, though? Back in the days, or a little yesteryear, if you will, in order for us to catch up on our favorite hip hop artists, on our favorite MC or whoever, we had to go to the Word Up magazine and Heavy D up in the limousine. And you got a little article, you got a little picture, you got a little glimpse into your favorite artist. Oh shit, Heavy D is this way. KRS One, he's married to Miss Melody, Nice and Smooth, and whoever it was, Busta Rhymes or whatever it was. Word Up magazine, and then you got the Source magazine. Nowadays, nowadays it's on some next level shit. Nowadays, you just type in Meek Mills, you go to his Instagram, you go to Nicki Minaj, and you watch her live in real time talk about Cardi B or talk about Megan Thee Stallion, and you watch them cry, you watch them fuck up, you watch them go in the bathroom and fuck prostitutes on live, and they don't even know they recording. Like, you get to see all this shit like Hov said, and you can come set up the camera, let the video run. And my real life, complete with real ice, no CV sets, my invisible neck, head in the, you know what I mean? Like, before Steve Jobs made the iPods, we call that internet. Goody, what up, though? I know I said I was going to hit you on the bat line. My apologies. But we see Hov talking about, in his real life, complete with real ice, no visible set. Then you see yesteryear, Word Up magazine, how you reading about Total and the Brat and this and this and that. And what happens now is, you pick up your phone and you see Meek Mills bunny hopping in real time. You see nigga bunny hopping around. You see the motherfucking, the owner for the Philadelphia 76ers say, yo, tonight we doing drunk hugs. We gonna hug y'all niggas up, little baby. Right, the baby. Right, that's you, little baby. We get to see shit in real time, and then we get to judge it and say, damn, that nigga Meek Mills looked a little weak when he was hitting that bag. When nigga was sparring with him, wax on, wax off, he was looking a little weak, like he wasn't looking a little sturdy out here, and she want to fuck with the woo. So we get to judge in real time, and we say, damn, Mano, Shano, we get to say, damn, my nigga, we was feeling you, but then you said you had the nigga chained for 7 years? And 2 years ago, promises is like, no, not 2 years ago, not 3 rings, not 4 rings, not 5 rings like LeBron James. 7 years, my guy? You still holding on to a nigga chain that you said you was cool with? We get to see Stevie J. We get to see all these people that you are interested in, that you follow in real time. We get to see their moves, they money making moves. We get to say, damn, bro, that's how you really is in real life? From the magazine, you seem like you was this way. Now we get to see that you're really this way. And that hurts a lot of your favorites. That hurts a lot of your artists. That hurts a lot of artists because a lot of these guys, you know, whether you accept it or not, and like Thanos, you can run from it, you can dread it. Destiny arrives all the same. A lot of your artists, they really whack niggas. They really like cornball, goofy, whack niggas. I know that's hard to accept because you fucking with their music, you jamming with them, you jamming with them, you rocking with them, you in the mirror, listening to their lyrics, you riding around, you in the treadmill, you dirty soda in the styrofoam, spend a day to get your mind blown, then you say, damn, Future, you still talking about Russell Wilson? And you been not dealing with Sierra, so what's the disconnect, my guy? You look a little weak. We're still worrying about a chick that you had years ago. You had a baby by years ago. She married a whole nother man, been married to this nigga a few years now. Your album coming out, and you still talking about this nigga? Meek Mills, your guy is saying that you're spitting on Nicki Minaj. It's real nasty, my guy. Some real bitch shit. You spitting on women? Like, so we get to see this shit in real time. Whereas before, all we got to do was really read about it in Word Up magazine. Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in a limousine. Paint pictures on the wall. Every Saturday, Mr. Magic Molly Mall. You let your tape pop till your tape pop. Smoking weed and bamboo, sipping on private stock. Way back when you had the red and black lumberjack with the hat to match. So I think that's the only difference with when we was coming up and we was reading about it in a magazine. Now we get to go full throttle and say, yo, damn, lawsuit? Nigga settled 1 day after getting sued? Really? Wise Brim, what's the word? Like, you really getting sued and you settling in 1 day? We get to see it in real time. So that's interesting. Another thing is this. I'm gonna get off Meek Mills again. I don't know if he gay or what he's doing. And then also, this is my stance, right? Cheers. Just came back from Jamaica, Jamaica. Damn, what the fuck is going on with this? Hold on, fellas, ladies and gentlemen. My live on my other platform is going off, so we need to go live again. Hold on. Jamaica, 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 Jamaica. Yeah, kid. Ah. When you see the Diddy's and shit, the Shannon Sharps of the world, he's the new it thing. It was I guess a couple days ago, Shannon Sharp came out. He was doing a wine tasting thing. You know, he got his own wine and shit. And much respect and salute to the brother. Oh, Hollywood, I was in Bear Hill. I'm on West Brim. I'm not sure. I haven't seen that brother in a while. Obviously, he was in Bear Hill when we was there. You know what I mean? But since coming home and etc., I'm not sure what's up with the brother Hollywood. Hopefully he doing well. You know what I mean? But with that being said, Shannon Sharp, obviously he's the #1 podcaster now. He just finished doing I think he did a show with who's who West Brim or who I'm talking about, Goody. You know, he did a podcast, or he had Usher come on the show, and obviously Usher just did the Super Bowl and etc. Alicia Keys. I did the video. Go see the other video. And then, you know, you got the redacted statements with Usher at the Super Bowl with Meek Mills, Nicki Minaj, and everybody was talking about the Diddy situation. And Shannon Sharp is a part of that. He had Usher on the show. He had Steve Stout on the show. Actually went to Queens. I didn't watch the whole interview. I will, God willing. As far as Steve Stout, Nature, you know, Jungle, they was obviously in Queens. They got Nas on the FaceTime talking about, you know, how he, you know, found Nas, discovered Nas, or, you know, just went to Queens not knowing nobody to the neighborhood looking for Nas. I thought it was real interesting. It was real intriguing. Some of the stories we know, Nas did, what's that shit, Lord have mercy, Jesus Christ, he's just nice, he's just sliced, like a Ginsu on the Godson album. He was talking about how, you know, his relationship with Steve Stout, Jay-Z, etc. You know what I mean? And we get to see that, you know, Steve Stout, his opinion on Dame Dash. Dame Dash was, you know, he got a couple of little clips spinning, if you will, talking about how he smacked the shit out of Steve Stout and woo 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 and like, listen, you're talking on, you know, Jay-Z, etc. I'll say this, right? One, I'm unbiased. That's definitely a fact. I'm unbiased. Popivist TV, we don't run from no topics. We don't run from, you know, anybody that we may have had on the channel, whether they was, you know, interviewed or whether they was a guest or whatever. Also, we're not really out to defame anybody, paint a picture or narrative of certain individuals. But I can say, you know, I met Dame when we went to LA. Y'all know I'm not, you know, I talked about it on the channel a few times for the Honor Up movie. My uncle was in the movie. Shout outs to Big Time. You know what I mean? D, you know what I mean? Daniel, a.k.a. D-Love, a.k.a., you know what I mean? Cameron, you know, Murder Mook, etc. The first time meeting Dame, you know, out there, etc. And, you know, Kanye West helped produce the movie or whatever the case is, right? Dame, you know, he came out with the movie, learned, you know, a couple of things that I probably didn't know from just seeing online, being right there, asking questions, etc. And he like, yo, niggas is speaking on me making another Hove. Like I heard motherfuckers saying they made Hove. Made Hove say, okay, so make another Hove. Then you hear Fat Joe like, yeah, make another Hove. And you hear Dame like, yo, Fat Joe, you supposed to be about it, Master P, Sneaker. Why you talking on other man's business, etc.? And I made Hove, and why the fuck would I make another Hove and XYZ? Like, filling in the gaps, so to speak. And you got Steve Stout like, yo, Hove, he's seen the ceiling with Dame. And whether Dame want to accept that, whether that's true or not, you can't deny it. But unless Hove come out and say, yo, that's not really the case. But I could see Hove saying, according, to what happened with Beanie Siegel when they were supposed to release him, they didn't release him. He was supposed to take, custodianship of Beanie, a whole grown man. I can't be in control of a whole grown man. I don't want to be in control of a whole grown man making decisions, etc., doing shit for himself. And so if you're going to keep him in jail for that, then keep that nigga in jail. And a lot of niggas that been on that Yakisobi and Chili Con Corn and I don't care line is like, damn, you really left this nigga in jail? This was your guy. And if my life was the movie, Siegel going to be the sequel, right? That's what he said on, on The Dynasty, right? And with that being said, you got Shannon Sharp in Queens, Dame Dash hollering back at Dame Dash hollering back at Steve Stout. And Steve Stout like pretty much, Hove seen the ceiling. Dame Dash would go off on, business ventures and do XYZ and come back and think that the structure is what it is. And what I learned from O'Shea Dude Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Drunk. You're like, yo, a lot of brothers that's in YouTube or, they take, they in the business, they don't invest back into the business. And when you hear stuff like, people didn't want to deal with Dame, whether that's true or not, as far as, Steve Stout is concerned, I can actually see that though. I can see people saying Dame like being a dickhead or an asshole or, not really wanting to work with a person, whether it's true or it's untrue. Because sometimes perception is reality, even though the reality is not the perception, is not what's going on. I can see them saying, do we really want to deal with this asshole and this person that's coming back and, he's always mad or he's arrogant and this and he's that and this that. I can see people saying, I don't want to fuck with that. I'd rather do this. I'd rather, move on. And when you see, Dame, obviously he's not the same person that he was 10, 15, 20 years ago. We all evolve. Peter Parker, what's the word, my guy? We all evolve into something. We all grow. And like I said, I don't know Dame. I'm not a bosom buddy of Dame. I'm not a Dame apologist. I'm not a Dame advocate. Only thing I can speak of is that I met him. We was in his crib. We was out there in L.A. I spoke to him. He gave me some ideas. He gave me some advices. The same shit that y'all see on YouTube. Some of the shit that he spoke about, I was right there in person. So I got to listen firsthand. And, to see how he moved, I can get a little gist of what's going on. Does that I know everything exactly? No, it does not. It does not mean that. However, why would you make another person if they fucked you over? Why, and this is the thing too, right? Like, this is the internet. So you can say what the fuck you want. You can do what the fuck you want. You can be whoever you want to be. And like Ghost and Ray on the Purple tape, you're going to come out in your own way. I only have this caveat, right? You are who you are before you got here. And regardless of who you are before you got here, you only could be stand-up or you could not be stand-up. So, regardless of, whether you made a Hove or you didn't make a Hove, a lot of the people that's speaking on this particular topic, as I like to say, you niggas is losing, look like you can use us. So in other words, you niggas never won no Oscars. You niggas never won no Grammys. You never produced anything. So like Hove can say, only Hove can say, heard motherfuckers saying they made Hove say, okay, so make another Hove. Niggas wasn't playing their day role. No, so we had to part ways like Ben and J-Lo. Should have been did it, but I've been in the days though. Only he can say that. You other niggas, you new niggas, or people that's viewing from the outside and Death of a Dynasty, you don't got no Grammys. You don't got no Oscars. You didn't make no millions. You never created no millionaires. You never broke the generational curse in your family. You never did anything. And like Rick Ross said, you niggas is losing. The only thing you can identify with is losing. So who the fuck are you to speak on a Hove or a Dame Dash and say XYZ? That's the only caveat that I have. Like, you can say what you want. Like, it's the internet. Speak your truth, live in your truth, do you. But the reality is, did you make a Cam? Did you make a Kanye? Did you make anything? Did you do anything of significance on a Dame Dash level? Because only Hov, because that was his man. He could speak directly to Dame and say, yo, I hear you saying you made me, but make another me. Not Fat Joe, not Steve Stout, not anybody, not you regular niggas. Y'all regular niggas. I'm a regular nigga. And on to the next one, on to the next one. Who are you that created nothing, that produced nothing, get to jump online and say, yo, XYZ, Dame Dash? Y'all niggas ain't Dame Dash. Y'all niggas will probably never be a Dame Dash. And that's no shade. That's not a knock. That's not no shade. Who knows what you're going to become? I'm just speaking in real time, people online saying, you know, things about Dame Dash and, you know, what he contributed to hip hop, what he didn't contribute, etc. You know what I mean? And with that said, pardon me, I'm gonna rock out with this real quick. Alright? I'll be right back. I'm gonna go take a leak.
As long as you get paid, people in your business steady throwing shade, talking about you too old to be rhyming anyway. But you got a young soul that be grinding every day. But it's really up to you, got to feel some type of way. Attention what you do, what matters what you make. Bringing home the chicken, help the kids fillet the plates. Mama do the dishes, got me loving on the sister. Melodies and scriptures, this a motion picture. Cover to the artist, but it's really in the mixture. Wanna get my all, but I know she got a mister. Lost and turned out, should've listened to the whisper. Hard head, make a soft ass, still I miss her. Still I miss her. Still I miss her. Still I miss her. Hard head, make a soft ass, still I miss her. Still I miss her. Still I miss her. Still I miss her. Hard head, make a soft ass, still I miss her. Speaking of impersonal, hit you in the DM. As far as I can call, your check turned blue. Reminisce the time we was really in the booth. Delivery is fire, receipts ain't approved. We coming for them all, no matter who you with. Suddenly you want me back, out courting different men. Block and take offense to cat. Play the game accordingly. He ball with you, you calling me. Bring the boo, old flame distinguish her. She ain't had no love for you, never been reciprocated. Best friends instigated, they ain't never have a man. Misery love company, packed into that caravan. Wash away your pain, burning bridges, no one give a damn. Crying up in the clouds, tired of being passed around. Plus she a little older now, frown, barely smile at all. Tripping the way she took a fall, milking you, I had you spoiled. Picking up every time you call, lift you everywhere. You ain't never feel no fear. Hungry bought you fish and chips.
Every time to spin this dip.
You ain't had to spend a cent.
Y'all know the vibes. Papa Vince, we live, we rolling. Oh shit. Marie, what up though? Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. You know what it is. She was out there with us in Jamaica, having a good time. That's one of my cousins. You know what I mean? We was out there having fun. Anyway, right? So we had Shannon Sharp. He was out there talking to motherfucking Steve Stout. Dame Dash had something to say. He said what he said and pretty much like, listen, Fat Joe, why would I make another Hove when Hove played me when he fucked me over and I made it Kanye, I made it this, I made it that. And my only retort was, people say a lot of things. If you never done nothing, of course you can have an opinion. We all do. Like this is this is the era that we living in. You can be a zero zilch nobody. That's just what it is, right? And you can have an opinion. Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to make sure this shit is still live action. Yeah, kid. We live, we rolling with it. You know what I mean, as far as what we're doing on Instagram, what we doing on social media, bingo, TikTok, etc. Shit. Anyway, when we speaking out about people, whether it's right or wrong, you can speak about it if it's made public through the individuals that's you talking about. For instance, Kevin Hart or Stephen A. Smith or whoever, they put their business out there, of course you can speak about it. But I was just speaking about in the sense of, people looking at a Word Up magazine, and nowadays if you want to follow Taylor Swift, you want to be a Swiftie, you want to be a Beehive, a Barbie, or whoever you are, you can just go follow your favorite actress or, entertainer on social media in real time, and you can see everything that they're doing. But because of that, you also can make a judgment call, or you can view them like, oh, this is some weirdo shit. This some shit that I could get with, or it's just some shit that I can't get with. And so that's the only thing with that. As far as Dame Dash making another Hove, or just speaking on individuals, like Steve Stout, he like, y'all had to smack the shit out the nigga. You know what I mean? And whether he smacked the shit out of him or not, still doesn't negate, whether it's true or not true. How people view you is how people view you. And, as the Walking Dead show, as I quote all the time, it's about people. So whether you the good guys or the bad guys, you still need to trade with other people. If you got water and they got, veggies, you need to trade with them because you need those veggies. They need that water. You still need to be able to put aside your differences and, come to an understanding. And with that being said, people don't, they just, live their life for whatever it is, or they may have commentary on something that they seen in the public eye and not really recognize the consequences of it for the individuals that's out there. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm with Dame on this as far as, speaking on Vlad, speaking on Hove and the breakup, speaking on Steve Stout. Obviously, Shay Shay was in motherfucking Queensbridge, and people really just point out the Dame Dash part of the interview, but obviously he was with Steve Stout. I'm sorry for me keep lifting up my chair. My shit keep going down. I was telling Zion that he didn't want to fucking listen to me. You know what I mean? But anyway, people see Steve Stout and they listen, you know, he had to go to meet Nas and Jungle, etc. Some of the stuff that goes on into the, you know, the music business. You should go watch it, especially if you're trying to be an artist in today's time, because, you know, he dropped a lot of jewels. But it's not just, you know, black and white and, you know, what people paint as the narrative, but also what's the narrative is, you know, Dame being a certain type of way. And this could go for anybody. You know, people don't want to work with you. You know, they view you as being an asshole, or they view you as being difficult, as Will Smith allegedly, you know, he said about Aunt Vivica and, you know, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He didn't really want to work with her, etc. So people was viewing him as, you know, being a, like, you know, like, damn, you know what I mean? You don't want to fuck with Aunt Viv, you know what I mean? Like, Aunt Viv is the real deal. And he didn't. And obviously Uncle Murder rapped about it on the wrap up, etc. You know what I mean? So, you know, you just want to be mindful. And when you're talking about somebody or you're dealing with somebody, that is accurate. That you ain't just spewing slander. You know what I mean? And again, and today we can follow it. But let's jump into some other shit, right? You know, Noriega, obviously. Noriega now he on the run eating, you know what I mean? NRE. He got Drink Champs. One of the, you know, podcasters that's popping. Obviously, we go to them and we look at, you know, who we interviewing, what they're talking about, etc. Whether it's on Revoke or whether it's independent or whether it's 2 ways in, and you know what I mean, how he was explaining this shit. You know what I mean? Like, this is his words. Go Google that. He had Benzino on the show. And we know Benzino been going through shit with his daughter, you know, how she was brought up, how she wasn't, how he was brought up, the transvestite, or, you know, the other side of the community, and what he was saying on the phone and in Texas and all that. Like, shit was, you know, publicized. So, you know, this is not something that we generating or we making up. We trying to build the buzz. We trying to get you to view us. Because although we appreciate the support, we not begging for it. We definitely not begging for it. Let's be clear. Pop of his TV. We appreciate the support, but we definitely not begging for it. We not begging for it. We're not going to be on the side of the Brooklyn Bridge selling motherfucking hamburgers and empanadas and all that other bubblegum shit. We're not doing that. We're definitely not doing that. As we proceed to give you what you need, 9-5 motherfuckers, like, get live motherfucker. Like, we not doing that. You got to go to Queens Flip and them other niggas to, you know, do that type of shit, right? But anyway, hold on one second. As we continue to proceed and give you what you need, Benzino was on the Noriega, you know what I mean, podcast, and he had some interesting things to digest, recap, talk about. But I really want to talk about the hip hop part. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, Noriega and them, you know, Nori, now he on the run eating. You know, he asked the people that come on the show, like Jay-Z, Nas, Missy Elliott, this person. Like, he kind of asks you to force you to choose, or you got to take a shot. Who you like or who you taking over who. And I like that part. Because it put people feet to the fire. I know we wear the cozy souls, so he put people feet to the fire. You know what I'm saying? And he had Benzino up there. You know, Benzino is known for, you know, having a lot of things go on between, you know, whether it's Eminem getting at him or him, you know, in a magazine or talking about other people, his daughter saying X, Y, Z about him, etc. Anyway, Benzino like, yo, you know, when Prodigy came out, you know, when Prodigy and Havoc came out with Shook Ones, that's like New York, you know, elevation, if you will, challenge. That's when they first started coming out and, you know, being recognized as like gangster. You know what I mean? And I'm saying, damn, you know, it was on YouTube. I seen it. And they should have, you know what I mean? Like, I'm here now. They should have never let me in the motherfucking game. Right? Like, I'm here now. I'm being funny, but I'm not. Yeah, Benzino, but no, Benzino, I get it. You was on the Nori, you was on the Drink Champs. You want something to say. They giving you a hot take. It's a hot mic. My God, you had Coogee Rap, you had Mob Style, you had. I mean, when Mob Deep came out in what 92, 93, Wu Tang 90. I mean, like Coogee Rap 98, 90, 96. Hold on, I think I wrote it down just to be clear. Coogee Rap 1986, like Rikers Island, you know what I mean? Road to the Riches, Coogee Rap and Polos, back again, like Polos with the S, even though we know that it wasn't Polos with an S, it was Polo. Coogee Rap and Polo. Back again, Mob Style 1998, you know what I mean? Like Rich Porter, obviously, you know what I mean? Him and his brother being done off Alpo, Cam depicting, you know what I mean? Alpo, rest in peace, etc. And the movie Paid in Full, etc. Now, maybe he was kind of saying, like, when this verse came out to the Mobb Deep and the flicking of the stove, you know what I mean? To all the killers and the $100 billers, to real niggas who ain't got no feelings, like, I got you stuck on the realness. We be the infamous, you heard of us. Official Queensbridge murderers. The mob comes equipped with warfare. Beware of my crime family who got enough shots to share for all those who want to profile and pose. Rock you when you stab your brain with your nose bone. You all alone in these streets, cousin. Every man for theyself in this land we be gunning. Keep them shook crews running like they supposed to. They come around but they never come close to. I can see it inside your face. You in the wrong place. Cowards like you just get their whole body laced up with bullet holes and such. So that was like ill. And y'all know on the channel, you follow the channel Populous TV, we live, we rolling fuck shit. We unscripted, we authentic, that feeling. I was in Woodburn when this shit came out. Mobb Deep, that particular song I just spit the verses to. And you know, are you a Muslim now? No more dope games. I remember the brother Shaheed. He was from Queens. He would get mad when this song came on. Like, yo, I don't know what it was about this song. I don't know what it was about this song, but when this song came on, the video rather, like I said, I was in Woodburn, one of the youngest prisoners, inmates, whatever have you, you know what I mean, in the jail at that time, you know what I mean? And he would just get so mad that the song, that I was loving the song, rocking with the song. And like I said, cowards like you just get their whole body laced up. And he was from Queens. You know, he was just, you know, I don't know what it was about the song, but he didn't like the song. He didn't like the fact that I gravitated to the song so much and I was, you know, so done with this, you know, gun-ho with the song. But with that being said, even at that time, he was able to recognize that, you know, it's an evil world out there and hip hop is changing. So you got to say, was Mobb Deep Prodigy verse the introduction to gangster hip hop? Maybe that's how Benzino seen it. Maybe that's how he identified and recognized, like, oh, boom, this is what it is. But I'm not really recognizing him for that, but only for this part. And I'll say, like, nah, when this came out, it was hitting, but before this came out, we had Rikers Island by Coogee Rap. We had What's Going On Black by Mob Style and what? That gangster shit. What? That like don't try to play Mac Daddy A. I put heads to bed each and every day. You want to play tag fag? Yo, meet my mag, boom, bang, now you swimming in Jerry's. Like any fool that rain, get the same thing. How I like to hear my gun ring in the West, they hang you by a rope of dope. Can't tote but dope, can't see me with a telescope. Like we've been hearing lyrics like that, and we've been in tune with lyrics like that. It's just that Benzino was like, nah, when Prodigy came out with Mobb Deep and he was spitting like this is what it is. But like, nah, we been knew what it was. You ain't spinning nothing new to us that we didn't been know about. We been knew it was about 8 p.m. Black on black BM, cross 112th Street, thumping the old funky beat. Who's in it? Windows are tinted, bling. Hey, boss, I'm finished. Meet me on Linux. Yo, Slick, they must have liked that shit. That was kind of quick. Yeah, you got them fiending, leaning. Let's do it again. Back to back. Meet me right here about 10. Slapped and fly and crowed the Ave. Stopped at the red light in the night. A girl walking by was skin tight. Hey, AZ, what's up, baby? Like, we know what it was. And we know what it was hidden for. However, in this day and age of, you know, the R&B diva or, you know, whatever the artist that you find appealing, that you follow, and that you think is lit, what they doing. They've been showed us the way. So, you know, I'm not shocked and amazed when certain artists come out or they get exposed, if you will. And I'm not shocked and amazed when certain artists also debunk if they was getting exposed through social media and how it is. And for instance, hold on a second. The Little Baby, right? Little Baby drip too hard and something wave. He just you know, was spinning in the clip, if you will. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. Like, you spinning in the clip, and I often plainly say, you never know when you're gonna be spinning in the clip, because you really never know. You never know when you're gonna be out of here and your family gonna be divvying up your shit, and you on the bat line and you out of here. You never know when you're gonna be accused of, you know, playing it up for the people, or, you know, acting a certain way when that really wasn't your style or your character, and you really giving it up another way. But with that being said, you got the Little Baby, he in the news, he's spinning in the clip, and I also play and say on the channel, you never know when you're going to be spinning in the clip. But anyway, Little Baby is spinning in the clip, and he's spinning the clip because a chick named Amber, you know, not like the Amber Alert, but the alarms is going off. She light skin, nice kind of thick little chick looking. A little kind of chunky on the arm tip, if you will. You know, no shade on it. She recently kind of trying to expose the baby for blocking her and her rejecting him because she had a man. She was fans only. She wasn't really, you know, digging baby, etc. And it's like, if you reject me, or I holler at you, you don't want to holler at me, so I block you because you don't want to fuck with me. I want to fuck with you, and that's you, Kareem Akbar. You are the true leader of the C and B. And if I'm going down, I'm taking a bunch of you motherfuckers with me, right? Like that part. I see that, you know, it's going to go one way or the other. I don't got to jam you up if I don't mention you, if I don't, you know, speak on your name, so to speak. So I'll be quiet. I'll let you do you. You spinning the clip a few times, come to find out, shit, we ain't guilty, we ain't giving them nobody or whatever. But people will still want to view me as the bad guy and say, that's the bad guy. Like, they want to view you and say, that's the bad guy. Cool. Did I violate any rules, any regulations? Did I cross any barriers? Did I cross any lines? Nah, but the thing is, because of social media and people have access to these internet platforms, people can put your picture, they can put a video, silence the audio, they can raise the audio of something else, they can doctor it, they can make it look like any way they want to look at it. And depending on how you view the Little Baby, when you're dealing with a Amber Rose, right? Or her name not Amber Rose, but her name is Amber. And so what happened is, again, I guess, you know, Little Baby hollered at her on the bat line, like, what's up, Mom? I see you a fans only model. What it's really hitting for, because that's your money, son. That's your money, sweetie. Oh, you said 1,000? All right, I got 5,000 for you. Not one, not two, not three. Now I got 1,000 for you. What is hidden for? $4,000. I got 4,000. And she might have been like, no, at the time that you're trying to holler at me, I'm not really interested. I'm on social media, woo, and it didn't come to fruition. He didn't end up smashing, woo. He blocked her. I guess some time had passed. When you swing back on the bat line, it's like, damn, 8 months passed? 7 months passed? A whole year done passed? Excuse me. A whole year done passed? Bitch, damn, that's a long time. Let me see what's up. And then now, oh shit, he blocked me. He blocked me. Now you trying to expose that he blocked you, but what else was he supposed to do? He hollered at you on the bat line, and it's all for sale. Bitch, you was for sale. You were fans only. And I'm being funny, but I'm not. There's no pun intended. You want fans only. I'm buying what they selling for, what it's hitting for. I don't want to holler for that price. I block you. Or you say you ain't fucking with me. I block you. Now swing back 9 months later, and like EPMD said, 30 days later, the LP went gold. So what you saying? Like, oh, people around town talking this and that, how we sound like the R and our music was whack. Dropped the album Strictly Business and you thought it was bold. 30 days later, the LP went gold. So what you saying? Like, hold on. What you saying, sweetie? Because y'all just was saying our shit wasn't popping. Now we popping. Now y'all got some shit to say. It's not adding up. So my guy's like, yeah, I'm not really rocking with that. I can't really rock with you. You're being exposed for, just liking a guy for, maybe monetary gain, maybe, take him off the friend zone list and you put him here. And this is all hearsay, speculation. I really don't know. But what I do know is when we can see you lined up individually, face to face, no barriers between us, and we get to judge and choose and pick and say, what type of individual are you? Are you a liar, a cheater, a scumbag, a scum of the earth, as KO would say? You know what I mean? You some Diddy type of fuck nigga? And we really don't know. We can speculate. We can go to your channel and try to dissect what it really hitting for. And that's all we're going to do anyway. You know what I mean? And that's all you can do. You can try to, paint one picture, but the bottom line is, perception is reality at some point. And how you moving is how you moving. Why you gotta go on a women's spree on how much women you like and you love and you've been with to try to prove that you not bi-gay if you really not bi-gay? Why do you have to prove that? Why is that so, gun-ho when you had to have, XXE with a joint on her on her period, point blank period. Word? You had to really do that? Well, we gotta know that? Why do we gotta know that? We gotta know that because you don't want a certain, demographic of people or a certain group of people viewing you through a certain lens. You know what I mean? Like if you try to be viewed in one way, you definitely don't want to be viewed in a way where it's not serving you, it's not benefiting you, right? It's not benefiting you. That's what I would say. It's not benefiting you in no fashion. So then why would you do it? Why would you do it if it's not benefiting you? You know what I'm saying? If it's not benefiting you, why would you do it? And we've been rocking for a little while. We about to get up out of here. Last thing I'll say with Shannon, if I didn't speak about him already, it's a lot of topics. There's a lot of shit spending Wendy Williams, her health care takers, providing for her? Are they doing her greasy? Is black men to blame for it? Not Wendy Williams, Serena Williams. I said Wendy Williams, but Serena Williams, and how all these narratives is being painted of the people and the individuals that you looking at with a certain and a certain eye. If you're looking at them from a certain way, then of course you're gonna be viewing them like, oh, nah, they rocking with me because, we don't give it up like that, or we not viewing it through these type of lenses. And so, one way or another, when it comes to Shannon Sharpe, and like he said, people, like himself that becomes successful, that the public eye gets put up onto them. So whether they bi, they gay, they this, they that, people is attacking them. I'm gonna say this, when Cat Williams came on the show, we never could have thunk of, we never could have thought of shit being the way it is now with him and the popularity of Shannon Sharpe, and so I guess, like I said, he was coming to the wine tasting, shit, was about to sign some bottles. He came out looking a certain way with the tight fitted clothes on, etc. People was kind of looking at him like, oh my God, what are you really doing? And I'm gonna say the same, like, why are you presenting yourself that way when, not that you care about what people say about you, but more so about the image, about the brand, because people are gonna latch on to your brand, to your image. They're gonna, good or bad, they're gonna try to connect themselves with you one way or another. You know what I mean? Good or bad. And if it's bad or negative publicity, then why would you want yourself being associated with that when you can try to pivot? And Tony, there was no other way. Ramadan is coming, people. We're going to be in the mix. We're going to still keep coming to bring you the real. Sometimes a nigga may disappear off the map. And I've been around, I've been around. I've been around your girl. I'm just being funny, but I'm not. As far as YouTube, social media, Instagram, TikTok, and all this shit. Popovich, we around, but we live in life. You know what I mean? And sometimes we can't compete with the the people that's in every day. We just can't do it. This is not what funds the bills. This is not what pays the bills. This is not what's going down in the DMs. But we appreciate everybody, that rock with us, that support with us. And although we appreciate it, we ain't begging for it, we ain't starving for it, we ain't gonna sell our souls short on the side of the Brooklyn Bridge. You know what I mean? Big day, rest in peace, Biggie Smalls, died on March 9th. Shout outs to my cousin celebrating. Shout outs to everybody. You already know, Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling back up in here one more again. Yeah, kid!